At 5:30 this morning in locations all over the Lower Mainland. Police stormed the Starnet communications office in Vancouver, and employees showing up for work were told to go home. At the same time, search warrants were being executed at the homes of company directors. In all, 100 officers were involved, from the RCMP's high-tech unit in Ottawa to police forces in Vancouver, West Vancouver, Coquitlam, and Delta. Starnet Communications is located on several floors in this building on Vancouver's downtown east side.
You're going to have to do it upstairs, I'm sorry.
But the only ones in this futuristic-looking office today were police investigators.
You don't have to push me.
Yeah, well, I'm asking nicely.
That's fine. Oh, that's fine.
And they weren't about to let us spend any time at what they are now calling a crime scene.
I had the tour of Starnet this morning when the search was being conducted, and it looks like a Star Wars set in there. It's very, very technical, hundreds of computer terminals, so it's probably going to be the entire weekend that the building will be a police crime scene.
Police raided the Vancouver Internet Company and the homes of its directors early this morning, alleging Starnet has been conducting illegal gaming and distributing child pornography over the Internet.
So far, they've seized boxes of documents. The technicians are in the process of getting into the various computers and taking information out of those computers.
Until recently, this man, Steve Eng, who you may remember from the North Burnaby Inn casino application, was a shareholder in Starnet. This morning in court, his lawyer was already threatening lawsuits.
Mr. Eng is not a director or a shareholder of Starnet Communications, and the story this morning by CKNW News was incorrect, and I trust that they will endeavor to correct it quickly.
And a short time later, VTV cameras caught what appeared to be a meeting of two shareholders in the parking lot of the No. 5 Orange strip club in Vancouver. It's here that Starnet broadcasts live pay-per-view sex shows.
Who are you? I'm with Vancouver Television.
Give me your card.
I have a card. I'm
Okay.
looking for Mr. Ricci.
I don't know where he is right now.
Although he denies it, that's Tony Ricci, Starnet shareholder and co-owner of the No. 5 Orange and Marble Arch strip clubs. Police say the timing of today's raid and the release of search warrants on Premier Clark's home is simply a coincidence.
This search was conducted today because it had to be. It was an investigative necessity. They had to change their plans. It wasn't set to be done today, but information during the course of the investigation over the last month necessitated them going in as soon as possible, and today happened to be the day.
And police allege during their 18-month investigation, illegal betting and bookmaking saw millions of dollars flowing through Starnet-controlled bank accounts each month. Today, trading of the company's shares was halted. So far, no arrests have been made, and police don't expect charges will be laid anytime soon. Investigators are calling this case extremely complex. Now, search warrant information has not been released because police have yet to search the home of Starnet president and CEO Mark Dolan. He was not home when investigators came knocking this morning. Bridget.
Thanks, Lisa. And a last note on this quickly developing story. As we told you, there will be an emergency caucus meeting tomorrow that is expected to be in Victoria. It is speculated that Premier Clark will resign at that meeting. VTV will be covering the meeting, and we will bring you the latest on our weekend edition tomorrow. In other news,
North Burnaby Inn, one of the NBI owners, Stephen Eng, is a former shareholder of Starnet Communications International, which is now being investigated in connection with alleged illegal gambling and distribution of pornography over the Internet. Reg Hampton reports.
The raid began early this morning. Upwards of 100 officers from Vancouver Police, the Coordinated Law Enforcement Unit, the RCMP, and other jurisdictions executing search warrants in the Vancouver headquarters of Starnet Communications and the homes of 6 of its directors and officers.
We are investigating offenses that include illegal betting and bookmaking, agreements for the purchase of sale or betting or gaming privileges, and providing information intended for use in connection with bookmaking, possession, and distribution of pornographic material.
Police say the magnitude of the 18-month investigation is huge and extremely complex. Investigators are probing the activities of the business over the past 4 years.
The players' winnings can be cashed in and sent to them by the method of their choice, or credited.
Starnet is a major player on the internet with various forms of gambling and online interactive pornography.
To provide accurate.
One of the previous shareholders of Starnet is Stephen Eng, who is a part owner of the North Burnaby Inn, and whose home was raided on March the 2nd, the same day police entered the Premier's home. Outside court today, Eng's lawyer was adamant Eng is no longer involved in Starnet.
Mr. Eng is not a director or a shareholder of Starnet Communications.
And the raid did not go unnoticed by stockholders. Shares of Starnet started the day at just over $13 and plunged to a low of $3 before closing at just over $4. A 69% drop in value in just one day. Police say they will be at the Starnet offices all weekend, seizing computer equipment, software, documents, and files as they continue their criminal investigation.
Police are also investigating the company's directors in connection with the alleged possession of the proceeds of crime. Police claim millions of dollars flowed through Starnet-controlled bank accounts each month as a result of its internet-based gaming system. Of course, we'll continue to follow the story concerning the Premier, and we have our reporters standing by in case there are any new developments.
Sizzle.com became one of the first commercial adult sites online and grew to have 25,000 subscribers. The biggest draw, live stripping theme shows.
This room appeals to the guys who don't want a raunchier-looking girl. This is the college girls' room. It's very popular. Usually the girls have little school outfits. This is the workout room, so if we get a girl that has a nice build.
But this isn't all that Starnet is about. It quickly realized that for true profit margins, it had to get out of the porn business and into something better. Enter internet gambling.
Currently, the industry analysts claim this is a billion-dollar-a-year business and that it has the potential to grow to $10 billion in 2 years.
Starnet's world gaming site featured casinos, sports betting, lottery, and bingo. In the past year, its revenues hit almost $6 million.
They have a share price that is respectable. They were trading at $30 last time I looked, and they've got very good volume.
Not bad for a company whose stock traded at only 57 cents less than a year ago. On the heels of the police raid, stock prices plunged below $4. Police have been frustrated for months by Starnet's activities as they try to determine if what they're doing is technically illegal.
What they are doing, in my opinion, is in violation of the Criminal Code of Canada because they're assisting in their abetting and the playing and placing of bets.
It's illegal for Starnet to operate online gaming sites in Canada, but what's criminal in Canada is condoned in Antigua. So that's where Starnet decided to set up its subsidiary, Softtech.
We have done so because of the favorable tax environment that we operate in. As has always been with the internet, physical location is irrelevant as far as where you are as the provider and where the consumer is.
Starnet's formula has been to license and sell its software to as many companies who would buy, using this promotional video.
We currently have announced publicly 44 signed licensing agreements. As of June the 30th, we will have approximately 22 of those operating. It's been a successful formula.
A formula that promotes a product many argue is questionable.
If you're on the internet, on your home computer, you're in fact operating a gaming machine, an illegal gaming machine, and you can be charged under the Criminal Code of Canada.
And that's why Starnet says this.
We are currently not accepting wagers from U.S. or Canada because of the uncertain regulatory environment.
Uncertain regulatory environment, indeed. Over the past 18 months, police have been quietly conducting a massive investigation of Starnet Communications. The result, this widespread raid. Police hitting the homes of several key Starnet players, seizing computers, records, files, all of it the basis of a case they hope will permanently close Starnet's